Okay folks, welcome back. Day 3 of 4. Yesterday we got done flaking the floor. So now I'm walking out for the first time on the floor just to check everything. I'm gonna pan down so you can kind of see what's going on here. Today we're gonna be doing a clear coat of the 137 MUV to seal this in. And then for our fourth part, we're gonna be coming back and we're gonna be putting down a clear urethane top coat on top of that, which just has higher abrasion resistance and scratch resistance. So I'll flip this around and let you walk around here with me. You can see everything. So this is it here. So you can see we had a light gray base coat. The light gray is actually the fourth color of this flooring system. So it's white flakes, black flakes, like a maroon color, and then the light gray epoxy, which is the fourth color. So we're gonna come out here, we're going to run a wide scraper over the floor real lightly, just to knock down any sharp edges or flakes that might be sticking straight up. And then we're going to vacuum everything, vacuum the edges. We have flake around the edges here. Just clean all these edges up really good. And then put down our clear epoxy, and that's it. You have to be careful, there's double doors here, and it's very cold and windy. It's like 16 degrees outside. Sometimes the cold comes in and slows down the set of the epoxy by the doors. And that feels pretty good today. One thing I did want to point out, and by the way, that's a floor receptacle there that just has flakes on it. This concrete, I'm gonna have to show this on film here good. Right in here, this slab right here was an inch higher than this concrete. So we had to grind it really hard. And that's where we put that fiberglass belt on yesterday, actually 2 days ago. But you can kind of see a little wave in the floor there, but there's a 1-inch transition, which is very hard to detect at this point, but it's either you make that transition or you have a step, and you surely don't want to step in the floor. So this is it here. I'll set this camera up then. You can watch us do a quick cleanup. There's our overflake there. We're gonna vacuum all that. And this is it so far. One thing I did want to mention briefly is everybody always asks me, how much flake do you need to cover a floor? Well, we had 1,800 square feet of floor. You can't run short. So I ordered 100 pounds of flake. And I'll show you what we used. I'm gonna say we used approximately 50 pounds or so. So we actually only used half of what I thought we might need. But again, you can't run short. And this is a custom blend, so you can't just like run out and get this. I'll show you the boxes here. Here's our mixing station from yesterday. And by the way, after we mix, I leave everything lay there until the next day. That way it's dry, you can pick it up and you don't have stuff dripping all over the place. But that's our first box, that's empty. Here's our second box. It's like half full, and we have one more 40-pound box, so we probably have a good 50 pounds of flake left over. So we used 50 pounds for 1,800 square feet, and you can see the coverage, it's pretty darn heavy. And if you go any heavier, all you're gonna do is stack the flake up, and then you're gonna get a lot of texture. And they did not want texture on this floor. They want it smooth when we're done. So I didn't want to stack them up too much. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go over this whole floor really quick. This is a 36-inch scraper. It's actually a very flexible scraper. We're gonna go over the whole floor just to knock down any vertical flakes that may have landed in the floor. You don't want them to stay vertical. You clear coat over them, now you have a sharp piece sticking out. So this just knocks them down. I'm gonna go over the whole floor, we're gonna vacuum it, then we're gonna do the clear coat. Okay, so now we're getting ready to mix up our clear coat. This is the 137 MUV, which is a metallic ultraviolet resistant clear epoxy. Same thing as the other buckets.
Just make sure you get these edges really good when you mix. You want to make sure everything is mixed properly, or else you'll have sticky spots on the floor, which you definitely do not want.
I'm going to show you in the bucket here what this looks like. So this is a pretty thin material too. Now this is opaque. When you put it down, it's clear, so you will not see any of that color. Okay, have the epoxy mixed up. I'm going to pour this out just so you can kind of see how we pour out the ribbon and squeegee before we get going here.
All right, so I pour along the wall there first. Jeff's going to get his spike shoes on. He's going to get ready to walk out. I will grab the squeegee and I start pushing that puddle along the edge of the wall, trying to get, you know, all the gaps and everything as good as you can. So running that edge is a little slow. Once you get the edge filled in with the squeegee there, you can walk back and forth pretty quickly, which you're going to see in a couple seconds here. It's tough working out of corners, and there's also very horrible light back in that corner. It's very hard to see. So once I come along this wall, you see I'm pushing the puddle out there, trying to get everything filled in good. Jeff had his roller wet up there, which I think happened a couple seconds ago. Of course, these doors take a little time to get this filled in. Consistency is so important with this. So I'm working in front of an elevator door there. Once I turn around and make the turn, I can go back and forth pretty quickly with the squeegee and get a good consistent coat.
Okay, at the risk of this turning out to be a disaster, I'm going to try to show you what this is like when you squeegee this. One thing I do want to show is the color difference. See the flake right there? Once you get the clear coat on, the colors pop. So, I'm going to try, forgive the noise on the squeegee here. So, actually I'm holding the squeegee at the same time. To get these edges done, the angle of the squeegee is so important, so you push a consistent puddle. I'm doing the right edge. See that little puddle on the right edge there? I'm going to try to keep going with that little puddle all the way down as far as I can. And see that little puddle that I have there? We call this the Squeegee Cam. You see I'm overlapping, I don't know, probably 40% on each squeegee pass. And you can see there are some flakes coming up in the clear coat, which is fine. They're just going to get back rolled in. All right, I'm going to put this thing back up on a tripod. It's going to take me forever to do, but you can see the difference there between the clear coat and not. I'm going to put this on time lapse for the rest of this.
So there I'm pushing the ribbon of epoxy. I'm detailing around that receptacle that was in the floor there. And Jeff's doing the edges. I'm using a small 6-inch roller to go around the edges, also get that detailed in, and then when Jeff starts with the 18-inch roller, he can back roll everything I did and work his way out of there. So here I'm mixing up another batch of material. I'm going to pour it out, one ribbon across there, just use the squeegee again, do the edges. I am going to be going perpendicular from what Jeff is doing. You always try to roll across the squeegee. That way it's a good consistent coat, because you get a lot of reflectivity in this floor, and if you don't, you'll actually see the patterns in the sunlight.
All right, so we're just about wrapped up here. You can see Jeff behind me finishing the back rolling. I'm just going to flip this around, get you out there a little bit so you can see what this looks like. So Jeff's finishing up. He's just got basically from where he is to the left of him up to those seats. You see the reflection here. Very highly reflective. Slight texture, which is common with these floors. So tomorrow, we're going to come in and do the urethane top coat. That's going to be a real thin coat. This is probably about 7 to 10 mils. Tomorrow we're going to do a 3 mil top coat with that urethane. So I'm reaching out here really far. I can't even see what you're looking at there. But so that's what we got. Hopefully nobody walks in this overnight, because that's always an issue where there's a lot of people around. Somehow they walk right around the caution tape. Hopefully that doesn't happen. So thanks for tuning in today. I'll get you out here one more time before we leave. Okay, so we just got done now. I'm going to flip this around and show you a close-up right where we finished up here, and then we'll be back tomorrow. Once again, thank you for watching. If you like what you're watching, please subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow with part 4 of 4 and get this job done. All right, here we go. I just want to show you a real quick close-up here before we're out of here for the day. That's our edge. They're actually putting carpet to the left of the shot right there. They're doing carpet in a little vending area. This is what we have today. That's a pretty consistent coat. So, and again, if you like what you're watching, please hit the like button, subscribe. We appreciate your support. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you.